So you might think that your ex having feelings of regret or thinking that the breakup was a mistake is the furthest thing from your mind. And it's not even something that you can conceive to be reality because you've been with this person forever and now you're not. The love of your life is gone. And they say that they're not in love with you anymore and they may have been in a rebound relationship and dating someone new and just living a life that's great without you. Your ex may have even gotten nasty with you and things have gotten messy to the point where they said things that shook you to the core. You really couldn't believe that they would say things about you and you probably internalized that. Or the breakup was pretty much a clean break and you guys go your separate ways, but still things are done. But we want you to understand that you can't internalize this and there are nuances of a breakup. There are nuances of any type of relationship that involves romance. So don't make the mistake of feeling that I lost the love of my life. You need to realize that your ex lost you and they're about to realize that mistake. And the way that they come to realize that the breakup is a mistake is by you giving them space. Now we talk about going no contact. If you're doing no contact properly, there's no texts, there's no FaceTimes, what else? There's no DMs, there's no drive-bys.
No talking to mutual friends, trying to figure out what they're doing, what they've been up to, where they've been at. You just need that solid space. You need that time. You need that Band-Aid. Also know there's time between the two of you so you can actually get, kind of heal those wounds and just give you time to actually just like think about what you have going on. Think about the entire relationship from start to finish. Where you went wrong, where they went wrong, what you could have done, what they could have done. Just think about the whole thing, because a lot of times breakups are done out of emotions. You just typically just get tired of being around the same person. So you start getting your emotions and little petty things you get annoyed by. This happens with every relationship, whether it's your boss at work, your best friends, and girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the hell. It's like you start to get tired of being around the same person, and you need that time apart. Even when you're married, there's gonna be a point where you're gonna need some time away from that person. There's no such thing as a relationship where you can be around them all day, every day, and you don't get tired of them. Eventually, you're gonna be tired of around the same person.
I'm tired of him right now. We've had this chance for about 2 years, about 100 of it. I'm tired of this, man. I'm tired.
I'm ready to kick this dude out right
now. All right. I'm ready to go no contact with Opus. Can't deal with this thing.
Oh, ugly ass. All right, so what it's gonna do?
Bald headed. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's a shot at myself.
Looking like what's that black dude on White Chicks?
Terry Crews.
Yeah. Even with that space that you guys have, they're gonna realize how much they really miss you, how much they think about you. They're gonna be thinking about you all the time.
This isn't something that you can conceive at this point, to think that they're thinking about you all the time, because breakups are emotionally heightened situations, and you think that and you internalize the nasty things that they said to you. I never really loved you. I told you were my first love and I don't love you anymore, and I don't feel the same way. I never wanted to get married. You internalize all of those things. So right now, you may not even come to believe that your ex is thinking about you and missing you and realizing that the breakup is a mistake, because you're taking what they said to heart. Now, we say things in jest. We say things out of anger, out of emotions, and we don't necessarily mean the things that we say, but being that this breakup is a tumultuous time for you, you're taking everything that they said and you're placing a lot of weight towards it. You can't, because contrary to popular belief, they hurt during the breakup too. So you have to look at it from their point of view and put yourself in their shoes. They've been with you for 4 years too. They've been with you for a long time. You guys share a child together. They miss you too. They may not express that to you, but when they're alone, when they're with their friends, when they're at work, they're tearing up. They're fighting the tears back too. And a lot of thoughts are swirling through their head, especially when you're not in the picture anymore and you've gone no contact. And another moment that ties into what we just talked about, that your ex will realize that the breakup is a mistake, is that they see your improvement. Especially if you're in a situation where you do see each other all the time. Maybe you work together. Maybe you were in a situation like me where you still live together after the breakup was, all of the smoke was settling and the dust was clean. You still live together. You see each other all the time. You work together, you have a kid together. So, you're still moving out, or you're changing, I had to come get my clothes. I had to come get, you guys have a car together. The lease hasn't run out yet. So you're still in constant communication. You still see each other. But the thing is, this situation is playing out over weeks, and now no contact is giving you the space to want to upgrade yourself into you 2.0. You go start hitting the gym up. You start detoxing. You go on a juice cleanse. You start hitting the sauna up. You go see a personal trainer. Maybe you get surgery done. Maybe you had some minor nagging issues on your body that you said, I'm gonna go see a physical therapist, or I'm gonna go see a chiropractor. And you get that worked out, and now you're walking a little bit taller. Your posture is better. Maybe you go to Toastmasters and you say, look, I wanna start speaking better. I wanna go do public speaking. You read more books, you eat better, you're eating a healthier diet, your skin clears up. You hop on Tinder and say, look, I'm gonna meet more women, or you go on meetup.com and expand your social circle. Whatever it is, you've improved yourself, and she sees that. She's stalking your social media. She's starting to see people that you didn't hang out with before. She's seen that you got a different job. She's seen that you moved out of your mother's place and you got your own place, or you moved in with roommates. Whatever it is, they see that growth, and that growth is attractive. You're upgraded to more of an attractive person, and they're missing out on that because that's totally different than who you were when they were with you. And we all have that desire to be included and to not want to miss out on something, especially if that something is a great thing. We don't want to miss out. That's what your ex is realizing right now, is that they're missing out on the new you, and that scares them, and that's going to cause them to realize that they were hasty in making that decision to leave you.
They're gonna realize the breakup's a mistake. They're gonna get to it when they get to that point where they start realizing all the nice things that you did for them, all the times that you brought lunch to their work, bought them flowers. Like, people don't realize, some people take things for granted. Like, when you go out of your way to bring your girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever, like some lunch or something like that, and they just they take it as no big deal. I kind of expected this, cool, hey, thank you. But after the breakup is when they really realize, like, man, they went out of their way to actually bring me lunch. They waited in line at PF Chang's for a whole 45 minutes waiting for my food, and took it 30 minutes all the way to my job. Like, man, the new person I'm with right now, they won't even do that. They DoorDash me some McDonald's, some Subway. It didn't even taste good, And the thing is, they start to realize all the little things that you've done for them, and they start to just kind of, maybe even go through their pictures in their phone where they see you guys are on vacation, and that day that you took your coat off and put it over the rain puddle so she wouldn't get her shoes wet, like you see in the TV shows and all that. And
I missed the day that he held my head when I was throwing up all night after I was drinking that Casamigos. I know I can't deal with tequila, and he was there for me. Held a wet rag over my head when I was dry heaving all night.
The day I had diarrhea and I sneezed in his car, and he was the one to clean up all the mess, and he didn't even yell at me. He respected me afterward and said, "It's okay, baby." He didn't judge me because I have gas when I sleep, and I shoot off butt bubbles all night.
That's really a good guy. Starquavion doesn't do any of that. He makes me take my sheets to the laundromat. They better be cleaned by 6 in the morning.
And then they're gonna get to a point where they realize that the breakup's a mistake when they notice their life is slowly going down. It's slowly going down. It's getting worse and worse and worse. Nobody else wants to date them. They aren't really improving themselves while you're over here getting better, and it's like everybody around them is getting better, and you become a better person. You're stronger, smarter, healthier, and all that. They ain't really doing much. They have no motivation to improve, and I guess at the same time, you're gonna realize, okay, why would I go back to that person who's the same boring person who's not improving themselves? They realize that their life is just getting worse. They're getting older. They're not working out. Their bodies are starting to just sag and fall apart, and they're getting that beer belly.
You were the person to say, "Nah, babe, we can't order IHOP today. We can't go to Denny's today. We gotta go to the gym. We gotta stay on point. We gotta eat healthy. We gotta eat clean." You were the one to pull her back. No, let's go out to the bar and order this bar food. No, we can't eat that time. We gotta stay on a diet. We had a cheat meal on Friday. We ordered Thai food and sushi. It's Saturday morning. We gotta eat healthy today. You were the one that helped them be in check. You were the one that got them to go back to the church. You were the one that opened up their social circle. When they wanted to drop out of school, you were the one that inspired them and motivated to stay in school and got them through. You were the one that helped them get out of debt and get their credit together. They're not with you anymore, and because of that, because you were their cheerleader, because you were their personal trainer, because you were their life coach, their dietitian, their pastor, you were their helpmate. You were that person to really lift them up when their spirits were down. They were going through a depression, and you were there for them. And now you're not there, and they're spiraling out of control. And they realize that, wow, when I was with them, I was my best self. And now that they're not here, my friends they can't be with me all the time. My family can't be with me all the time. But my partner was there. They were there for me in my darkest moments. And now that I broke up with them, they're not here, and I'm doing this alone. Whatever situation that they have going on in their life, they have to go through it alone now. You were there in their darkest days, and you were doing your duty because you loved this person. You respected them. And you gave them the space to say, all right, look, you want to go at this alone? Life is tough. You want to go at this alone? I bid you adieu. And now, because you're not there, they realize that life is tough. They made a bad decision to go at this alone. They felt like they can do it without you, and they realized they can't, because they realized they were their highest self. They realized they were their best self. You made them laugh. You made them smile. You made them spring out of bed. You helped them get that promotion. And now you're gone, and they realized that. And now they realize that it was a mistake by leaving you.
So like another moment when your ex realizes that the breakup is a mistake, and guys, we say it's always good to get in good with the family and the friends and all that good stuff, but it's gonna get to a point where if you're actually like close with their family and you're close with their friends, they're actually gonna turn on them for breaking up with you. They're gonna be like, yo, Murphy was actually he was a great guy. You know, he was really polite. He was a gentleman, or you know, he was always on time. He dressed nice. He had all of his teeth, and he was always smiling. What was wrong with him, baby? I liked him, you know. And even like a lot of cases, like I've had exes where I would still hang out with the parents, you know. We'll say the dad. I hung out with the dad. You know, just because like we were like really cool. Like I wouldn't even see my ex. I would just, you know, chat with him every once in a while. Cool. We kind of knew it got to a point where we kind of had to like, all right, you know, I broke up with your daughter. We ain't together anymore. She's probably dating someone else soon. So, you know, it's been real, pops, you know. But at the same time, you know, it kind of works in your favor because, you know, they're gonna be telling them like, hey, so and so was a good person. I really miss having them around. They're really nice. They're polite. So you got the friends and the family that are missing you, and that's just kind of gonna weigh on their conscience. Like, you know, well, I mean, they really weren't that bad of a person. We just fought for like the last 2 weeks. Yeah, it was only the last 2 weeks. Like besides that, everything was good. It was just the last 2 weeks, and then they're gonna really think about it and reconsider their decision.
2 weeks. Look, your father was in Vietnam for 6 years. I didn't see him for 6 years. He sent me letters and photos, but we still held strong. And you weren't willing to break up with Murphy over 2 weeks? Over a bad patch?
2 weeks. I had swinging parties that lasted longer than that. And you gonna break up with them over 2 weeks, all right?
Girl, you should have seen me at Woodstock. Your mama was out here in these streets getting it in like no other. I was off that acid. Oh my God, I can't even remember half of it. But anyway,
still got the handprint on my butt cheek. Look at the handprint on my butt cheek, baby.
It was about love, peace, and anyway,
love, peace, and lots of lube, baby. Lots of lube. Look, it was raining out. Mouth getting cotton mouth, and Heavenly Father above. Yeah, a little rain, lube things up.
Right. When I was a groupie following the Jimi Hendrix tour for 3 months, you know, your father was still there at the end of it. It's all good. You know, he forgave me for it. And if you want to throw away Murphy over 2 weeks for a rough patch, but this is when your ex is going to realize that, yes, this was a mistake.
I would like to thank everybody for watching this far, okay?
Yeah, you made it this far.
Thanks for not turning it off.
And you get to this point when your ex might reach out to you, hey, big head, hey, stranger, or something totally random. And then at that point, it's on you to decide whether you want to get back with them or initiate any type of communication. But you can only get to that by going no contact. And if you're still struggling with that, you need to go ahead and click on this video to the left over here. We go do a deep dive into no contact and how you need to approach that situation. So go ahead and click that link to the left, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Peace.